Hey guys, I hope you guys are doing well. Anyways, I was reading an article the other day. It was from, Business Insider. And the title is It's starting to look like majoring in computer science isn't the road to the promised land of money and job security after all. Now, if you've been on this channel for quite some time, you would know that I tell people that STEM isn't all it's cracked up to be, and that you are not outside the marketplace. So, to give you an example, I'll talk a little bit about this article related to the American marketplace and just going from there. So, there's a guy, his name is Joel Wong. He's a person who chose computer science because he was told that it'll be really great for him in the future to have more success and that everything will be set. He'll have job security and whatnot. But the problem is that he's not getting that many offers. Another gentleman, Brian Ho, he's a 23-year-old junior studying computer science at the National University of Singapore. He told Insider he applied for roughly 100 internships. He said it's definitely become harder because if so many companies are cutting jobs, they will not take as many interns. Out of 100 applications, Ho said he received 4 offers. Now, here's another thing. Too many students are chasing the same jobs. Um, if you noticed anything during the pandemic, you had a bunch of people telling you that the best thing you can do is get a tech job. It could be, IT, it could be computer science, it could be computer programming, etc. Now, here's another rub, okay? The people applying for those tech jobs are not only computer scientists, people who majored in computer science, but also people in IT. That's obvious, right? Here's another thing. People who were mathematicians as well as physicists, they also applied for those jobs. You know who else applied for those jobs? People who went to boot camps, people who got certs from, Udemy, Coursera, etc. People who are in other STEM fields, as well as non STEM fields. You know what that means? That means you have a saturated market. Let me repeat this again. You have a saturated market. So, as I said before, um, Joel Wong, Brian Ho, they're dealing with this nonsense. It's not just in Singapore; it's all over the world. Um, Even in the United States, people with the computers and engineering degrees, they have even said that they lost faith in the industry following the deluge of big tech layoffs. You have recession, everyone is getting impacted. The housing market is getting impacted, transportation, STEM, yada yada, this, that, and the third. Now, here's the funny thing. There's a professor out there at the National University of Singapore, Ben Luong. He told Insider it wasn't so much a job shortage as it was an increase in students in Singapore who were qualified for computing jobs. Let me repeat this again. It wasn't so much a job shortage as it was an increase in students in Singapore who were qualified for computing jobs. Enrollment statistics from the National University of Singapore showed the number of freshmen opting for computing degrees in 2022 was 1,042. That's an increase, a 57% increase to be exact, from 664 students in 2018. Luong said students today need to be realistic about what tech employers were expecting. The fact is that it's a hard job. And getting a degree doesn't mean you get a job, Luong said, and that being a skilled software engineer is no different from being a lawyer or doctor. Lawyering and doctoring are professional skills. Unfortunately, computer science will be the same, whereby there are people who are majoring in it but cannot do the job, and they probably have to find other jobs. So that's the reality, Leong continued. Let me explain something. Okay? Let me explain something. Most people, in all honesty, and I'm not trying to talk down on professions in a certain type of way, but most people get degrees because, truth be told, they don't want to have the responsibilities of other parts of business. How many times have you been told you should become a medical doctor, you should become an engineer, you should become a lawyer, a computer scientist, right? Because you shouldn't engage in business. See, business, it has a high failure rate. Business, it's very hard. It's difficult. You can lose all your money, yada, yada, this, that, and the third. Here's the truth. Okay. And this is why at my channel, Each Sense Talk, I always discuss this. But the highest level professionals are not technical professionals. Okay. Let me repeat this again. The highest level professionals are not technical professionals. They are business professionals. All right. So this idea that you make the most money by becoming a, medical doctor, a computer scientist, etc., that's somewhat true, depending on your metrics, right? They're the highest paid laborers, as I say. And when I say laborers, I'm talking about people who earn a wage or salary to make a living. But the real money is in business. But what is the problem? Most people aren't cut out for business. And more importantly, and this is something that people don't also want to hear, they haven't been conditioned to do business. Not merely study, not merely know, but actually do business. Because why? Because all the skills you need to have success in the long term is going to be important for you to have the social skills to back it up, which what business is fundamentally, which is social. All right, because you're engaging in what? You're engaging in trade, you're engaging in commerce. There's a book, I forgot what. Oh, yes. Reid Hoffman, he was the guy who founded the website called LinkedIn. He wrote a book with another gentleman. I believe it's like Ben Casanova. I could be wrong on that, but you should research that up. And the book was titled The Startup of You. And you know what that guy said? The guy who started LinkedIn said about being a professional in the future? They said that the future professional is going to be entrepreneurial. See, in order for you to have success in the future as a professional, you're going to be entrepreneurial. That's what he said. Okay. And truth be told, I 100% agree with him. I do. Now, here's the humbug. Okay. You've been told you shouldn't do entrepreneurship, right? That's just the truth. You've been told that. Now, if you do become successful, becoming a professional by being an entrepreneur or being entrepreneurial, now here's the problem for the business. If that employee is so entrepreneurial, why should they even have a job in the first place? They're already having as much success. That is the humbug. But guess what? That's the point of this channel. is for you to start a business, make some money, make some cash, and become more successful in the future. Why? Because these people don't want you to have success. These people just want you to be broke, and they don't want you to make some money. Now, computer science, it makes a lot of money. But guess what? You're an employee at the end of the day. You're just a highly paid employee. And as I said before, I say this again, uh, employers make the most money, not employees. So that's all I got to say in regards to this article. If you like what I said, just leave a comment and like, and that's all I had to say. You take care.